Yes, Benito, can you hear me,
Hello?
Benito? Yes, hello, can you hear me?
Hello, Ellen.
Benito?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, I can hear you very well, Benito. Carry on.
All
If
right.
you, yeah, yeah.
Um,
So it's a honor to have you here.
Thank you.
That's all.
I'm so glad to be here with you, and well, what can I say? It really is an honor, Ellen.
Well, it's a honor to have you here, and I do hope we're going to
Yes,
find my dog together, and my dog, what happened.
yes.
Yes,
Your dog, Georgia.
yes, Georgia, exactly. I called that
Yes,
from.
we understand that you called your dog in memory of Georgia Meloni.
Yes, your prime minister, what a fantastic woman she is, I must say, and she really is a beauty.
Well, we made a search here in Italy to actually find your dog because we know the terrible accident that happened, and we will find Georgia. I'm quite sure about that. Elon,
That's
Elon or
the
Elon?
whatever you
Whatever.
prefer, Benito, whatever you prefer. And so if you want to explain to everybody what your party is about and what exactly you do so that the audience
Yes.
can understand.
Thank you for your question. Well, first of all, as you know, I'm the leader of the Italian National Fertility Party.
Yes.
And one of the main objectives of our party is to actually bring up the fertility rate of Italy. As you know, we have this problem in Italy. We have a very low fertility rate, which is 1.18, and we want to solve the situation, Ellen. And I'm sure that we're gonna find a solution for this. But before we can do that, our party wants to reopen le case chiuse, insomma, those closed houses where we have le donnine allegre, the little woman, as we say, the happy women, because we need those males to actually train in order, to make more babies. So that's the situation right here in Italy. So le donnine allegre, yes.
Oh, that's fantastic because I'm into manufacturing as well. Making babies is definitely important. But what about the European Union? What is the
Yes,
situation?
the European Union, which I usually define as una fogna orribile, una cloaca immonda, which is basically a toilet open air. And our objective is to destroy the European Union through the Brexit. I'm sure you will like it.
Yes. What is Brexit? Sorry, I don't understand.
Well, what is Brexit? The rationale for us is the following. And, Nigel Farage, for example, he's done Brexit. He was in favor of Brexit. And then we have Alice Weidel, for example, in Germany. She would like to do a Deutschit, whatever, Deutschland exit, which is kind of difficult to pronounce. But we have a complete different vision here in Italy. Because if somebody comes to your house and starts barking orders, like Ursula von der Crazy, do you know who Ursula von der Crazy is?
Well, that's Ursula von der Leyen. Is that what you're saying? Ursula von der Leyen. Yes.
Yes, but I'd rather call her crazy, if you don't mind.
Oh, right.
And
Yes.
Callas, the horrible woman, I must say, that comes from a very tiny country, very tiny, very little, insignificant country, and wants to impose the foreign policy of the whole of Europe. When they come into your house and they start barking orders, it is not you that you get out of the house, but it's them that get out. So that's why we get the idea for the acronym Brexit. That is to say, Bruxelles exit. We're gonna basically destroy the whole of Bruxelles. Well, not like the Israelis do, though. Huh?
No. You don't want to do that, of course. But
No, of
extreme.
course.
Yes. And so are you
No,
going to do
our
that?
idea is to. Do I have time to explain that?
Yes, of course. Want to hear, of course.
Okay.
How you want to destroy the European Union, of course. Yes, I think it's important.
Yes. So our idea basically is the following: we want to take all European bureaucrats, about 40,000, if I'm not mistaken, and we want to freeze them at the temperature of minus 35 degrees.
Prior technology.
Yes, of course.
All right. Cryotechnology.
That's what we're going to use.
Yes,
And
good,
then
good,
we
good.
want to inter them in a hole, in a big hole, at the Arctic Pole, about 2 kilometers deep, in order, and you're going to love this, Elon, in order to tie them and then send them to Mars. Yes.
Planet Mars. To send them to Mars. That'd be great.
Yes, and that's why actually I'm happy to speak to you, because both Italy and the United States, through you, of course, we want to explore Mars. So the idea is that to launch a cryo capsule one at a time.
Yeah, we don't want to exaggerate.
To
I think
planet
it's
Mars,
good.
and
Yes.
we're gonna make them land, and then we're gonna open them. Yes.
And then?
Yes, with a European bureaucrat inside. Yes, of course.
Okay, so with a spacesuit, of course. There'll be a spacesuit. They will
No,
wear
no
a spacesuit.
spacesuit. No, because we're sure that the European bureaucrats can adapt to the Martian atmosphere, I mean, they're so flexible, and at least they would be useful for something, the exploration of Mars. I think
Well, it's
something
important.
very important. And
Yes, it is
Italy will be
important.
at the forefront with the United States, of course, and that's where you come into play. And I hope you give us a hand completing the Brexit, so to speak.
I'll be excited to give you a hand on my side, and I think
Thank
conquer
you.
Mars.
Thank you.
Conquer Mars is
And
very
we'll
important.
make sure to find Georgia, your dog. Don't worry
Thank
about
you.
Georgia. We're going to find
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You know what happened with the dog, and I really miss Georgia, the dog, not your prime minister, of course. And you know what happened with the dog. Of course.
Yes, we heard about the accident. Yes,
Yes.
we did.
Yeah.
So as actually, I want to verify whether it's true. The story is that Georgia, your dog, not our prime minister, Giorgia Meloni or Giorgia Meloni, used to be Meloni.
Yes. And now what happened? To
Yes, it's not Meloni anymore. It's Melone, because she sold basically everything she had in order to make Donaldo Trompetta.
her? Who's that? Sorry. I don't-
Donald Trump, yes, in order
Donald Trump. Donald Trump.
make him
yes.
happy, yes.
Okay, it's important to make him happy. I think it is important, and yeah. So,
Well, you know that Donaldo Trompetta, Donald Trump, said that everybody would kiss his.
yes.
I don't think I can say the word, but anyway,
No, I don't
after the
think you can
tariffs,
say the word.
yes,
Yes.
after he issued these tariffs against all the world, and so Giorgia Colmelone was the first one to actually go and see him. Yes,
Oh,
and that's where
okay.
the accident happened. When this
Yes, exactly. That's when the accident happened, and
Yes,
maybe you want to
yes.
carry on.
If I may repeat it. So what
Yes.
happened is, as we understand that Georgia, your dog, was with Donald Trump and the other Georgia, that is to say Giorgia Colmelone, and then Donald Trump, in order to show how smart your dog is,
Yes.
threw a ball into the air saying, Georgia, catch. But then our prime minister just ran and caught the ball before your dog. Is that
Yes.
true?
Yes, that's what happened, and it actually happened several times, and that really got my dog into a deep depression. I think that's the reason why she left, not your prime minister, but my dog Georgia. And yeah,
It
several
happened
times.
several times.
Yes, it did.
Okay.
Yes,
I'm
it
sorry
did.
to hear that.
Yeah, I don't know. Donald was throwing this ball, and Georgia Meloni
Well,
was...
anyway, yes.
Yeah. And
Anyway, I was saying Brexit, this is our main objective as a political party. And maybe in the future, if we're going to have some other interviews, and I'd love to do that if you have time.
Of course. We're going to have many interviews, I think. I got lots of time, I just have 17
Yes,
jobs.
good,
so,
good, great,
yes.
great. Happy about that. So, is there any question would like to ask me right now?
Yes, indeed, there is a question I would like to ask you, and that happened. That happened. What?
Oh,
Oh, hi.
All
Thank
right.
you. Yes, that's
don't
better.
worry, it's all right. I understand.
Yes, sometimes I just get these are hiccups. But anyway, Alice Wider, as you know, she's the leader of the AFD, and I spoke to her, and she said that Adolf Hitler was a Bolshevik. And
Alice Weidel.
Yeah.
She said Adolf is a Bolshevik.
Yes.
That's funny.
Are you a Bolshevik? Are you a Bolshevik?
Well, I'm not a Bolshevik, and
Right, then, yes. What is that?
actually, I think that's Adolf who is calling me. If you can wait for a second.
Yes, I can wait.
Alan,
it's not a
can
problem.
I take the
yes,
call?
yes, take the call. Take the call. Feel free.
Mussolini.
Benito, ich bin Adolf.
Ah, Adolf, mein Führer, wie geht es Ihnen? Alles gut?
Gut.
Ja, Adolf, wie geht's dir?
Was
Ja,
machst
ich
du?
bin hier mit Elon Musk.
Elon Musk?
Ja.
Wer ist der?
You speak German, Alan?
No, I don't.
You don't speak German.
No.
Sorry, just a second, sorry. Ja, ich bin hier mit Elon Musk.
Und wer ist der?
Elon Musk, chi è Elon Musk? Just a second. Ist der Typ, der Elektroautos baut. Wie die Chinesen, aber viermal so teuer. Ja, I'm just saying that you make fantastic cars.
Elektroautos.
Yes. Ja, die Elektroautos, die sich selbst entzünden.
Entzünden? Was für Autos
I'm
sind
just saying
das?
you make fantastic
Benito.
automobiles. Yes. Sorry. Auf jeden Fall. Elon Musk interviewt mich.
Er interviewt dich. Gut.
Und Adolf,
Was sagt er?
ja,
Was sagt
er sagte, dass Alice Weidel, die Vorsitzende der AfD, Adolf?
Ja, genau,
Ja,
genau,
Alice,
genau.
la conosci, Adolf?
Ja.
Ja, Alice ihm erzählt hat, dass du ein...
Was?
Adolf, Alice
Was, Benito?
ihm erzählt hat, dass du ein
Ich?
Bolschewik bist.
Oh, Benito. Das ist verrückt.
Ich weiß.
Das ist verrückt.
What's he saying? What's he saying?
Das ist nicht lustig.
Genau.
Das ist nicht lustig,
Non è
Benito.
divertente, vero?
Nein.
Ja, tut mir leid.
Genau.
Auf jeden Fall, danke Adolf, danke.
Ja, gut,
Ti
gut.
chiamo dopo.
Ja, bis später, bis
Ja,
später.
ich rufe dich. Bye.
Ja.
Va bene? Tschüss.
Tschüss.
Yes. So what did he say? Everything
Sorry,
okay?
Alan.
It's all right. It's all
You
right.
get
it's all
the
right.
conversation?
More or less, I think he likes my cars, and
Yeah.
that's great. That's what
Well-
we do. Great cars.
It's getting late, and
Yes.
this was a first attempt to actually establish a communication between Italy and you, and I do hope maybe in the future I'll be able to speak with Donaldo Trompetta.
It's Donald Trump.
Donald Trump, exactly.
Oh, right. He was in Rome, by
yes.
the way. He was in Rome.
Yes.
He was in Rome. Yes.
Yes. He was in Rome, of course. Yes.
And he was at the
Good
Vatican.
that he actually.
He was at the Vatican.
Yes,
Remember that?
it was at the Vatican, and I think it was a very good move to actually lift the tariffs he actually had raised against the Vatican State. Perché l'ha fatte a tutte questi dazi, no? Perché
Yes. And maybe did exaggerate a little
yes,
bit,
he-
but you know.
said- yes, he raised tariffs everywhere. And
Everywhere, yes.
How's China, by the way? How's the situation in China? Everything okay?
China is fine. China is fine. We're doing great in Shanghai, our factory. And
Okay, glad to
you
hear
know,
that.
Yes,
Elon.
thank you.
And Elon or Elon?
Whatever, I just said.
All right.
Don't worry about that.
Very
Benedict.
kind of
Just-
Anyway, Ellen, I gotta go, and what can I say? So happy to be here, and I hope we're gonna meet again very soon.
I do hope as
All
well.
right, and don't worry about your dog, Georgia. We're gonna find your dog. Yes,
Thank you.
yes.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
Yes, and we are ready.
It's important that you find Georgia for me. Very important.
Of course, you should notice in Italy, pretty much everywhere, and the dog is not in Italy, of course, but maybe some Italian tourist maybe goes to the States and sees the dog, or
Yeah.
God forbid, maybe Georgia, the prime minister, not the dog, will disappear. I don't know.
We don't want that. I mean, I already had problems with my dog. so-
Anyway,
yeah.
all right, Ellen, thank you
Yes.
very much, and
Yes,
talk to you
thank
soon.
you. Yes, talk to you soon.
And
Benito.
may I say something, Ellen?
Yes, of course. Say something if you want to. Yes,
All
yes.
I would like to say is that I salute all the Italian Americans down there in America and Greenland. Pretty soon they will be in Greenland as
Greenland.
well, of course.
Yes, of course.
Yes. That's a joke.
Yeah,
no.
it is a joke. Well, not really
Anyway,
a joke. but-
I salute them. And like always, I would like to say from the bottom of my heart, Viva l'Italia!
Thank you, Benito.
Thank you, Alan.
Thank you.